Afternoon, it's Michael here from Michael's Card Art, and it's Monday afternoon on the 14th of October, and I've got a project that I've started working on, however, and I was just going to use it as a bit of a practice exercise, but it's taken flight, and I thought as I was working on it that I should show you what it is, because I think there's some opportunity for learning if you're interested. The set is the two-tone flora set. Now, I don't know whether this is retired or not, but it's a Stampin' Up! Set, and it really is a very versatile set if you can get your hands on it. But I've done this project before, similar to this. I'm just expanding on it. However, so what I wanted to do was to create a birthday book. And the birthday book will obviously be books like, but what I've done is on the inside I've started creating a floral scene, and that floral scene leverages the two-tone flora. Now, what I have done this before, but I did it previously and I kept all of the elements flat. So what I mean by that is I didn't curve them like you see here, and it got a lot of interest, and that was a couple of months ago. But what I thought I would do is create this birthday book, and I'm just looking at something I've stuck on here that is not meant to be there, but anyway, I won't touch it because it will become worse than what I thought. And so this is how it's looking. I've got some parchment paper that I've used to line the inside of the book, and I've cut the die, which is part of that two-tone flora set. And the die is this one, and it comes with the set, and I've cut it out and I've just attached it to the inside back cover of the book, if you like. And what will happen is I'm just building up the layers of florals in the card. Now, I've got all the pieces here. I've got flowers, and there, as it's two-tone, or so it's two-step processing. You lay down the first color, the base color, and then you use a highlight color to restamp over the actual floral to give you these accented highlights. So these are all cut, and I'm using very muted tones. I've also got some foliage that I've colored up, and I've painted this or colored this with a dauber as opposed to alcohol markers or anything else. So I think these are the only elements that we need as we finish completing this. But what I wanted to show you was the work in progress, and I'm looking for my bone folder. Oh, here it is. And so what I've done is I've just curled the flowers like so, and in this case I've curled the leaves in a very similar manner, just bringing them over there like that. And I've also pinched and curled these florals like this, just to give you or just to give that element of height. Now, these little characters here, I'm just looking for another piece of foam mat. But for example, how do I curl these? Well, just get your foam mat if you've got one, and these, and all I'm doing here is just applying some pressure, and because there is a split in these leaves anyway, it may not work so well. So what you can do is just turn the leaves like so, just to give you that sense of height. And this here we could, just going to use my bone folder just to give it some, there you go, some shape. And so then you've got like that. It's a very delicate little piece, but it can be trained, if you like. And just giving it some shape. And that's as much as it needs, really. So I'll just do that again. And if you don't want to use the bone folder, you can also use, well, this is what I've been using in the past, is a paintbrush handle. And it comes up very, very nicely. And you could also do that here with the leaves, just pressing down on the foam mat, and you'll get that straight away, that little turn up of the leaf. If you want it to go the other way, just turn it over and the leaf will curl that way. So there's a little bit of an insight as to how I train. There's nothing much here to work with. That's really just for show. Same thing with these leaves here. If we were to use these, once again, just shaping them with the edge of the paintbrush handle, like so. And you've got the finest but adequately sufficient shaping on your leaves. Now, I have seen people, when they've done this, give this a squirt of hairspray, believe it or not. But what that does is certainly sets it into shape. Now, I'm not going to do that with these at the moment. But what I am going to do is we'll just together build up this scene that we've got, or that I've already started, and I'll take you through the process of what we're going to do with the rest of the book. So what I want to do is I want to angle the flowers like this, so going up in this angle here. So we've got 3 abreast, if you like, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to build up these. First of all, just checking that they are in the right position, that is a good position for them. Okay, that's good. There's another one there. Okay, just give that a bit more shape. Do I want this one in here? Let me see. I think that's enough there. And we'll just take that to there. And maybe this one can go at the top. Okay. I think that's enough. Now, let's put those aside. So, as I said, it's very muted in tones and the colors. But what we want to do now, and what I've done with these are just a couple of other things I'll point out to you. So these are curved, and then how do we get them to stay in shape? So that's a simple process. And all you need to do there is, with your dimensionals, flick off the back cover. Here we go. I get these things all over the shop. These back covers, and I don't find these are the easiest things to work with. Maybe it's just because I've got fat fingers, I don't know. Okay, so all I'm doing here is putting a dimensional on either side at the base. There we go. And I'm putting that into position, and I'm squeezing it into shape like so. So all I'm doing is there. Actually, what I'm going to do is do this one. Let's just get that into shape, into place. Okay, and just one more there. Okay, and keep the shape and just press it into shape, and there it goes, and it sits in there. Now, the good thing about this, they're very easy to remove too, because they're not attached to another piece of foliage. Okay, and then that one will sit just up there. Okay, we might just need there. I'm going to put that one there, just so that we don't have too much of a straight line going up there. And here's the second piece. Remove the backing. Okay. And then this can slide in there like that. Okay, that's plenty. All right. So you can see it's got its shape. You've got layering, you've got textures. Now let's go in and put in some foliage to enhance it or finish it off. Now, all I'm going to do is just place these here and just see where I feel is the most appropriate spot for them. Now, I think those people who arrange flowers for a living are worth their weight in gold, because floral arrangement is an art as far as I'm concerned. Okay, I don't mind that. That's looking quite good. Let me just see, where might that go? Okay, that's it. That's the sort of look I want. Very clean and simple. So let's just get some glue onto those. Now, I need to glue this one down. Oh, it's already in place, so that's good. There we go, get this leaf glued in. And glue happens to be where? Here it is, hiding under the mat. Alright, just a little bit of glue, that's all that's needed, and that will sit just in the front there, like so. Alright, then I've got, okay, let's get some glue here. And I'm only just gluing the stem, really, and a couple of those lower leaves, just for some support. There you go. But what I am going to do is I'll put a dimensional under the base of that. Here we go. So that it doesn't lose that nice shape that we've created for it. Okay. There we go. Oops. All right. I think it's lost its shape there. Anyway, so I should have followed my own advice. 2 dimensionals, not 1, Michael, on either side of the flower head. There you go. 1, 2. There we go. Okay, so like that, and then some glue on a couple of these leaves. There we go, that's plenty. Right, and in the same vicinity as our friend over here, and I'm doing a bit of an overlap. There we go. And there are the that's adhered there, and that only leaves those 2 pieces there. So the first one, let's get some glue on that. Alright, just on each of those bulb ends. That will be sufficient there. And okay, all right, and I wanted to put this in here somewhere. And once again, just a little bit of glue on some random leaves going up the, there we go. Right, there we go. And what's happened here? Okay. It's not as rounded as I thought it was. Okay, I just have to make that a little, when I put it in, I have to be a bit more secure with it. There we go. So 1, 2. Okay, there we go. Does it need any more greenery? Actually, what I'm going to do is take one of those leaves. Oh, do I want this? Maybe I just need a little splash of colour in here. Yes, I think that's good. We only just need that. All right. Now I've got... just put a little bit of glue there, and that will go back and it'll attach there. Perfect. All right. There's our arrangement. Now, when it comes to layering like this, I find the easiest way to do it is to start at the top and work your way down. Now, I know I didn't do that when I was talking to you about this this piece of work, simply because I'd already started it, and I wanted to make some changes, and so therefore it meant that I couldn't layer it from the top. But what I find to do is I put all the elements into a position, I take a photograph of it when I'm satisfied, and then I'll unpack it, and then I'll start with the top piece and then just work my way down. And especially when you're curving or curling the elements, you will find it easier to work down than it is to work up. By working down, you don't have to lift anything back. If you work from the bottom up, you have to always hold things to get things under it. Just a tip, and do with that what you want to. I'm also thinking I want a sentiment in here, even though there will be a sentiment here on the front cover, but I want a little sentiment, not too big. And the set that has the one I want is called Quiet Nature. Oh, no, Quiet Meadow. And when I say small, it is small. That's the die to cut it out. And the stamp I want is here. Now, this stamp, look at that. Poor thing, it has seen better days. It's squashed like a pancake. But it still does the job. I'll just get some cardstock. Here we go. And we'll go with a soft suede. Okay, and just what's that yellow line there? Oh, that's better. All right. So I'll just run that through the mill. Now I've cut that out, stamped it and cut it out. Very, very simple sentiment on the inside of our card. And I just want to actually fold this in half and thread it and then pull it back on itself. So here we go, straight through there. And I'm just using a little bit of twine. I was thinking about some metallic, like gold, but no, it's because of the nature of the card, I thought I'll keep it natural and simple looking. All right. And there we go there. And that, I think, should sit somewhere like that. So let me get that done. And that'll have a couple of dimensionals there, I think. And one more here. Okay. All right. I'm just going to angle the camera around. There we go. So if we just put that there. All right. Now, oh, and a butterfly. I've got one butterfly here, but I want to get another one. And a follower, she said to me, she said, Michael, I'm not happy with those butterflies you've used in that last project. And she said, butterflies are beautiful, and yours are looking a little plain. I went, oof, let's get onto it and address that very quickly. So I did, and I got approval. And so what I'm going to do is call this, if Leanne Daly, if you are listening or watching, this is the Daily Butterfly, and we're going to name it in your honor, and I'm going to use this on the card. Now all I'm doing is daubing that. I want a very, very simple a butterfly there, because I think less is best in some occasions. Now I'm just folding it back on itself like that, and I want to, I'll get a marker and I'll just mark this, and I'm going to do it this way. I'll show you. I'll keep it green and green, and all I'm doing is where the body is. Oh, I've just got a floppy end on my alcohol marker. I need new tips. And here we go, and we're folding it back, and there it is. So it's a nice green butterfly, and Leanne, it's named after you, so it's the Daily Butterfly. Where can I put him? So let's get some glue down onto his little belly. So just the finest pin there, so we can stand the Daily Butterfly up. And I'm going to just put him there. There we go. All right. Okay, so there's our butterfly, and we've got one here as well. So that's that, and everything is in place. Yes, it is. All right. So height and texture, it has plenty of that. The background is interesting, and all in all, it was a nice project. Now, what I've got here, you'll notice in the book, I've got a spine here, and that is so that the book can close and protect the integrity of the elements. So what am I going to put on the front cover of the book? Well, this is for somebody who loves gardening, and I'm just going to get the Garden Meadows set, because what I want to do is I want to stamp this on the front cover, and maybe put the gumboots as well. So I'm going to get out the wheelbarrow and get that stamped onto some cardstock. Now, and I want the gumboots to know. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how I colour using the Stamparatus, because I think that that gives you a better finish. And where is it? I have another project in here, so let's take that out. I'm doing a Christmas card for somebody, and I haven't. Oh my gosh, those magnets are dangerous. Oh my goodness, they swing across the room. Oh dear. Okay, let's get that out of the road and bring in some cardstock. I wonder if I can use this. Okay, now, all right, that's good. I need to put them up the right way. Okay, and take these ones off. Actually, I found that at the window. Just get rid of these so that close there. Now I'm going to close this down. All right, and I need those magnets, those brutal things. Don't know that I can get them apart. Oh dear, oh dear. All right, and there's one there and one there. Okay, now I'll get some. Will that close? No. Okay, that should close. Yes, it does. All right. So this is a verse, not a verse mark. This is a stays on. Stays on works very well using with water markers and also with alcohol markers. And what I'm going to do is very much this. I'm just going to stamp the piece down, and then I'm going to colour it. And I'm going to colour it in place in the stamparatus. Now, very quickly, light smoky, dark smoky, and what's this one? Okay, so I'm going to do our wheelbarrow in a grey. So I'll start with the light colour first. Actually, no, I'll start with the dark colour, where I think the shadows are going to be. All right, so we're working with this. There's going to be, let's say the light is coming in from this direction. So it's going to be brighter here and darker here. So this is our, and we're just getting the small strokes, oops, down, okay. Just making sure that we don't get, all right, so there's going to be a bit of shadow around where the foliage is, a darker, if you like. Now, what I'm going to do, just bring in the lighter of the two, and just with some more small strokes, I'm going to go over the area that I've already coloured, and the reason I'm doing that is because I want to blend the colours so that you cannot see that divide of where I've started with the light and where I've started with the light from the dark. Okay. All right, so we're just small strokes, bringing it through. I'm going to use the other end because I want to start speeding this up a little bit for you. Okay, so here we go. We've got the lighter color, and here we go. Just leave that little part there. Okay, so you can see here where there's light and dark there. Okay, so I'm going to just go with the dark back under and grab this. And this one here is the other side. Okay. That there is also a strut. And this is the underside. Okay. I'll bring this color here, and because it'll be out in the direct light now, we're going to, there we go. All right. All right. Now the tire will be black. I'm just going to do the handle. There we go. And the tire. Actually, let me finish this, and Well, that's been interesting. What happened was my phone went flat and I couldn't get it to get started again. And so I had somebody looking at my phone, and while I was getting that fixed, I kept going with the development of our birthday book. And well, that's what I'm calling it now. It's a birthday book because it is for a very dear friend who loves gardening. And anyway, so I've had a leftover flower from the front or from this section, and I've used that here in the greeting section of the card, and I've just stamped it with "Thinking of You." Now, I've taken the liberty to also finish off the project, and there's nothing much here that you will not be able to do yourself just by simple observation. The main science, I suppose, was in this section here. So what I've done is I've filled out the sentiment part, and I've also taken the liberty to complete the project. Now, I've used some DSP, and I've also cornered the front of the cover with this little beast, just to give us the corners. And I've used the DSP, the reverse side of this, which has a gold tinge to it. So I've just finished it off like that. I've finished colouring the wheelbarrow. When I did do it, I did say I was going to colour the wheels black. Well, I had to change the wheelbarrow because I went outside the lines. As simple as that. We've got our watering can with a bit of rust on it. And I've also taken the liberty to do a little butterfly here. It's still a bit wet. But anyway, so there's a butterfly here with the greeting on the front. But all in all, it's all finished, and I think it's kind of sweet. So this is going to go off to my dear friend for their birthday, and yeah, it's a garden birthday book, as simple as that. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something from that as well, and importantly, I hope to see you next time here on Michael's Card Art. Take care.